Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my goodness. Well, it has been a long time since we did have an Ashita No Joe live reaction. Yes, I am sorry. I was planning on doing one yesterday. Quite frankly, yesterday was kind of a weird day. Because I did like one live reaction to Boku no Hero, and I was planning on doing like one live reaction to Ashita No Joe, then a double to Gintama. You know, obviously, I want to do a single to Ashita No Joe because I was told to do episode 58 to 51 in once. So that was the plan for today. You know, to do the triple today, but obviously since I'm doing a single today, I'm going to do a triple tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be doing episode 50, 48, 49, 50, and 51. So it's actually not a triple; it's a quadruple, I guess. Yeah, but a few things came up yesterday. First of all, after I finished my video, something happened, and I was a little bit busy. And you know, I started quite early. That's the plan lately, to start early, which I'm not doing today. So I could stream at night, which I'm not really doing today. So that's why I'm recording today. But yeah, it's been quite a while. Before that, obviously, I had exams going on, so that's why there was no video for the last 2 weeks or so. And ever since then, you know, I've tried getting videos in, and just hadn't really worked out for me. But anyway, let's get started. Let's just get started. As always, you'll find a link in the description down below for Amazon Drive. A lot of YouTubers have had problem lately with like the drive situations. Let's hope that doesn't happen to me. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, such a good intro. Such a good intro. I love that opening. Shamba. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, let's get rid of all that. Because there might be something I'll have to write down eventually, so I'm just trying to get rid of everything on here, which is mainly used for revision. Revision in anime. That's really what the whiteboard is for. That's why, actually, I don't know if you can tell, but that's where I've written like Ashita No Joe episode 48 to 51. That's why I always know straight away that it's those episodes I should do a live reaction on. Anyway, Rikishi Toru. Yeah, I said I remember saying that last time, but I'm officially on Team Rikishi. Look at that man. He is going through torture. I'm sorry. He is going through torture. Just look at him. Is that loud? That is fairly loud. The two before the storm. Ah. The two before the storm. Hello. Okay, still working. Of course, he's working equally hard. But there's a difference between, you know, this kind of hard, where you take punches, and the difficulty that Rikishi's going through, which is more mental, not physical. He is seeing it more and more. More and more, he is getting it. I feel sorry for the Bear. He is the coach, but still, he doesn't really deserve that. I mean, it's a little bit better. It's really dark in here. Lel. He is out. I like how little Joe cares. Well, looks like he's ready. He is ready and prepared. How that's going to play out ultimately is going to be quite interesting. Unlike you. No. No. Really? That cocky. That is a yeah. I'm not even gonna say it. Let's say that's typical. Oh, come on. Shiraki Boxing Club. What's wrong with her leg? Her left leg, I think it is. Even without the lock, he is composed this time. Sleeping like a baby. What's wrong with her? Obviously not. Why? Really? Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it, but still. Still. Try to do the same thing as him, obviously. Share his pain, quote unquote. But still, as a wise poetic philosopher once said, "My pain is greater than yours." That is such an old meme. Tomorrow is the day. Well, both in the show and here. What about you though? Honestly, like we just saw that one episode where he started to eat against the coaches and Joe's wishes. No, he basically betrayed him, and that's that. Was it ever a repercussion? I don't know. I can't remember. It's 2 weeks ago, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't. He is more worried than Joe. Oh, that's pathetic. I'm sorry. I've never been a huge fan of him. I really haven't. There was a time when I was, but because he was just crying at every single opportunity, I've never really been a huge fan of him. Especially after that one episode where he actually started eating. Look, it's good. It's good to look out for people. But he's just over the top, just way over the top. He is ready. He is ready. 100% ready. Rikishi, let's fight! Out of nowhere. uh, it must be the greatest feeling in the world to have a rival and then to fight him the very next day. Certain victory. Shia! Shia! Defeat Rikishi, certain victory. Yabuki Joe. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I mean, he's the main character. And I do like. Don't get me wrong. I like Joe a lot, but in future fights, I'll definitely be for Joe. But right now, I'm just Team Rikishi. I am just Team Rikishi. There's no way to put that. No way to put it. What are you missing? What is he missing? Joe for president. I'm pretty sure Japan does not have presidents, they have prime ministers. Go down, Joe. Go down, Joe. Rikishi. I really like seeing that, but Team Rikishi. One in a million, eh? One in a million. She seems like a mother. She really does. 118. Let's see if we can make it. This man is so radiant. He is quite literally confidence personified. They're unmovable. They're indestructible. They're undoubtable. Champion. The victor. Bom, bom. The OST today has been on fire. Yeah, that's true. And see who wins. We all know how much he's looking forward to it, but let me guess, he's going to go inside. Rikishi hasn't made the limit. He's at like 119 or something. He's not made the weight limit, has he? Never mind, it hasn't happened yet. Obviously, he's not going to do the weight thing with his clothes on. Even I weight more than that. Eight rounds. Still haven't said anything. Watch him be over it. 118, I'd say. 117, alright. Just. Let's see if it worked. If not, I would just cut all my hair straight away. it was like a pound or so. Over. 120, 121. Or is it? 1-8. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Victory. That's the only strategy. In this case, defeat though. Because it's gonna go to this man. Victory. He's left. Yeah. There is nothing to be said. It'll all be said tomorrow through the fists. He's gonna see him really struggle a lot, isn't he? I was gonna say he's gonna see him throw up, but what's there to throw up at this point? Tomato? Tomato. Tomato. Potato. Potato. That kind of looks pathetic. Just saying. I'm team Rikishi anyway, so I still. Ultimately, it doesn't matter whose team I'm on. I would feel bad for the other person losing. What? Okay. Rikishi versus Yabuki. Karaki and Hall. Alright. Let it begin. No, I'm not watching. I'm not watching. Definitely, definitely not watching a preview. Oh, wow. It's happening. It is happening. It is happening. The rivalry. You see, throughout the whole episode, this was a good episode, like a really, really good episode. Throughout the whole episode, I couldn't really decide who to root for. Should it be Rikishi? Should it be Joe? Obviously, since my last video, I can't change that now, right? I'm officially Team Rikishi, but I don't want Joe to lose. But the thing is, even if I were Team Joe or Team Yabuki, I guess in this case, I wouldn't want to see Rikishi lose either. They're both just such great characters. Like I don't want to see any of them lose. Is it going to be a... There are not that many draws in boxing, are there? Unless it goes to points and they each have the same amount of points, which would be a little bit... Can you? No, that's not possible. So, is it? I don't know. Is a draw possible in boxing? I see. That's where my problem of not knowing enough about boxing comes in. But wow, this episode was just absolutely fantastic. I'm sticking with Rikishi. I want to say Joe, not because he's the main character, but just because I like his character so much. We've seen him develop everything. But with Rikishi, we've seen him suffer now as well. So it's really difficult for me to make a choice. So I'm going to ask you guys the question. Who are you rooting for in this match? Is it Joe or is it Rikishi? And don't just write Joe and Rikishi, but give me your actual reason, because quite honestly, I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued to see who is going to not necessarily who's going to win, but who I should be rooting for. I'm gonna stick with Team Rikishi just because I feel that psychological damage is more. Psychological damage outweighs the physical damage. So from that perspective, Joe was going through physical damage. He was training by getting basically uppercut, by basically defending that and by basically dodging that. But Rikishi, he went through psychological damage by first of all starving himself, and limiting himself to the point where he nearly went crazy. Essentially, he was almost like a mental patient, at mental ward. So, this is you see, fights like these, honestly, fights where I actually, because I'll be honest, right? Normally with main characters, they're never my favorite characters. Main characters are not my favorite characters because they're just everywhere. They're always there. You're just always like, yeah, I see them all the time, and they have the quirky side, they have the good side, they have the humorous side. They're good characters. I like the characters, but they're not my favorite. So if they fight against somebody that I like more, I'm like, okay, I want them to lose. Most of the time they won't because they're the main character, but I want them to lose because they're not my favorite character. But in this case, both of them are basically main characters, and honestly, I don't want either to lose. I don't want either of them to lose. This reminds me of like I don't know who's watched Yu-Gi-Oh, but this reminds me of like a Yami Yugi versus Seto Kaiba kind of deal. Because I like Seto Kaiba more, but Yami Yugi, he just, in my opinion, he was just better. Not because he was, better. Kaiba was cooler, but Yugi was just overall better as a character. And in this case, the cooler character, in my opinion, is Rikishi, without a doubt. But the thing is with Joe, it's like seeing somebody grow up. It's like Goku, essentially. I mean, for those of you guys that watch Dragon Ball Z, I mean, it's probably the most popular anime out there. But I just like, I don't know. I don't know who to go for. I really don't, and that's actually annoying me because normally I don't care. I don't care, or I like to see the villain win. But in this case, I don't like to see Eva lose. I'm in a new situation. Let me compare it to to different animes right now, because I don't think many of you guys will get the perspective I'm coming from. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, I don't know. But I genuinely like both characters so much. My two favourite characters from the show right now. But both for different reasons that I don't know who to pick for. So, for example, I mean, the best example I could give, and probably the biggest contrast I can give, is for those of you that have watched Naruto, the Sasuke versus Naruto fight, essentially, or basically the rivalry between Sasuke and Naruto. Like, I always thought Sasuke was cooler, but obviously I saw Naruto grow up. But in the end, I really didn't care who won. I really didn't care, in all honesty. But in this case, we've seen. In this case, obviously, the main character would be Yabuki, compared up to Naruto. I've seen him grow up. I've seen him develop. In his case, especially develop a lot. From that rotten kid to essentially I wouldn't say established boxer, but to a respected boxer, to a respected human being, whereas he wasn't that really before. Against Rikishi, who I don't know. I've grown to love, if that makes sense. Not just because he's cool and everything, but because the lengths to which he would go through just to settle this rivalry, which in all honesty is probably not really a rivalry. It's not a substantial rivalry. You know, it's not really there's no real history besides the little time that he spent in prison. But even just for that, he would go through such big measures just to be able to fight him, just to be able to settle the score. I don't know who to root for. I really don't know who to root for. So just tell me what you guys think. Who are you rooting for? I'm sticking with Rikishi, but not because I want Joe to lose, or not because I necessarily want Rikishi to win. I want both to win, but I'm sticking with Rikishi because I said that last time. That's the only reason. Because last time when I saw his tail, I was moved, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's stick with Rikishi. So, although I'm not really for anyone, I'm Team Rikishi just because I said that. I'm gonna stick with that. But tell me about you guys. Tell me who you think should win, whose team you are on, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for 4 episodes: 48, 49, 50, and 51, which I already know are gonna be spectacular. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace out and have a nice day. Bye.